yeah, they make the channel froze. I'm really who the tenor chose. Put my name up like a banner boat. Acting tough and I'ma let her go. Name up who got a better flow, but she can hang it up just like a telephone. Cost 10K to let it come see it. Benz yeah, make it come treat it. Spin, make it come beat it. I want the new in the machine out. Jewelry be caught like the temperature zero. I'm the hardest, they call me the hero. Heavenly, then they know what I be on. I'm the best, I'm the best.
As far as home field advantages go in the playoffs, there are few places tougher on a visiting team than this one. Sold out Empower Field at Mile High in Denver. Straight ahead, we punch the second of 2 tickets to the AFC title game, and we've got a great one in store between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Denver Broncos. In the AFC Championship game, off we go in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. This one taken just inside the 10. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Second and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
In motion is Austin Hooper. Here's Jacobs on first and 10. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is second and 6. Now they'll throw with Garoppolo. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down. Well, that's not the way you want to start. A first pass attempt and a first drop all in one.
Well, you've got plenty of time to make up for it, but obviously not the way you want to get things started. Got to shake that off and get going.
Throwing is Garoppolo on third down. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Nice third down conversion and even 20 yards.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable third down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
So a first and 10 now in Denver territory at the 46.
65. Wait. Hey,
in motion is Austin Hooper. Back to the running game with Jacobs. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Garoppolo to throw on second down. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down.
Anytime they think they've got him open beyond the markers, you know they're going to throw it his way. And that's not going to change even after that incompletion was forced.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
Here we go.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10. Here's Jacobs from the gun. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
A throw over the middle, taken in. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 20-yard line. Inside the red zone, it's Garoppolo. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. After the sack, here's 2nd and 11. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. This is caught. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, and it's good for a first down as well.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
Scoring first, so critical in the postseason. They've got it here, 1st and goal. Here's Jacobs. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. One more time with Jacobs. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
This has not been a fun sequence for him at all. 1st and goal, no gain. 2nd and goal, he ends up losing yardage. He may be trying to talk him into getting the ball 3rd time, but I think it's going to be difficult for him to win that battle.
They'll run it with Jacobs. No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, and it's going to leave him with a 4th and goal. Now a timeout called for by the defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Garoppolo to throw for it on 4th. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Broncos are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. And certainly, look, you're on the road in the playoffs. That is a suboptimal start, opening drive INT.
And, partner, sometimes I wonder, do these teams talk about it to such an extent that maybe you almost talk yourself into the turnover when you're trying to avoid it?
Yeah, maybe they get a little too worried about keeping the football, and then you give it to the other team right off the bat. And look, we said it, on the road, this is just a terrible, terrible start for them.
It is, and now they've got to rely on their defense.
So 1st and 10 here for Wilson and the Broncos at the 20. A quick throw caught out wide by Judy. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Now a first down carry. It's Williams. It's the Pro Bowler Chandler Jones who makes the tackle.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a first down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd.
Well, I can spin this negatively as he just got back to the line of scrimmage. But when you really analyze it, he took away a big play for the defense, made it an uneventful run because he avoided a sack and didn't lose yardage.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Hey, zero. Pull out.
Now Wilson. He'll get that complete to Alberto. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
And that's well executed there on third down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Tackle made there by Bilal Nichols. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
To throw is Wilson. This one swung out to Williams. And he's got some space here. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Things could just not have started any better for them. They get the turnover, the football right away, able to capitalize on offense for 6.
And we're talking about setting a tone in any game, right? The first points of the ball game. How about during the playoffs? Vitally important, and they've done that in this one.
Extra point from McManus is good. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
Here we go.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Second down, Jacobs once more. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
They just keep trying, but so far, finding no room for him to run.
None whatsoever. In fact, you run the numbers. He's under 3 yards a carry at the moment.
Here we go.
The Raiders on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They're looking at third in the nose of the football. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you should have a few men in the box there.
But now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Here we go.
2nd and 10. A very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
The quarterback got away with one there. Looked like he was in line for a pick, but instead, it's knocked harmlessly to the turf.
21. 11. 21. 13.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. Flushed out right. He finds his man, complete. It's Jacobs. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
11. 65.
They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw. Running the slant, that's Hooper. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Throwing on first first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Adams the man in motion right.
One, Omaha.
On second down, Jacobs. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Now Garoppolo. Caught on the right side by Adams. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 18. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. 21. Another try after the first down sack. Garoppolo escaping the pressure right. And this one is incomplete.
So many times I advocate not challenging coverage downfield, but on this play, I thought he made an excellent decision to actually do so. If that had been complete, that would have been one for the highlight reel.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And he'll just get rid of it. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They give him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks. He seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
The kick by Carlson is good, and they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. Well, the good news, at least they won't take that goose egg into the locker room. Maybe a little something to build on.
Yeah, it hasn't been the greatest of first halves for them, has it? But at least now, as you mentioned, they put some points on the board. And it's been funny in our experience watching games. Sometimes something as little as a field goal can change the fortunes of a team, and they could come out and look real sharp in the second half.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And with a 7-3 lead, we'll see how aggressive they want to be. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. That's complete. It's Okuwebunam. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. So it's on to halftime in this AFC divisional round matchup. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work to run it a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But they run it more effectively, they may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
And he'll get a couple up to the 29. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Hey, 0-0-0.
On third down, Wilson. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving. From the gun, it's a run for Williams. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. Second down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now Wilson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. A 20-yard touchdown. And the Broncos take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. McManus's point after is good. And the lead is now 17-3. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. A fairly short kick from the 14. And he returns this to the 22. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going, trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the third quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
We're into the second half now. This is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off.
Here we go.
They'll go for it. It's Garoppolo. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And boy, possession here turns over with a football already being in the red zone. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Now a give up the middle to Williams. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Williams going to get it again on second down. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Tempo, tempo.
They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
This is obviously a critical sequence for this defense if they want to stay in this game. Down 2 scores already. They give up a touchdown here. That make things really difficult for their offense moving forward.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, second and goal.
Gotta go, in and out, let's go.
Here's a fast release by Wilson out to the flat. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. They'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd down and goal. And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line. Divine Diablo dropping him behind the line of scrimmage. The kick by McManus is good, and that will finish off this 3rd quarter of play. 1 quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now McManus on to kick this one off. This one taken just inside the 10. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Garoppolo to try again on second down. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. So the sack of Garoppolo. And now what can they come up with on 3rd and long? A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there.
Here we go. Wait. 65.
Now Garoppolo, gotta have this one. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And now, goodness, possession's going to go over right at the 10-yard line. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. it's Wilson. Finding Williams on the check down. Yeah, this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
At first glance, I wasn't sure he got it. Then I saw that spot. Definitely a first down.
It was, but boy, on the other side, you dispute it a little bit, wouldn't you? Okay, if you're playing defense, are you sure he got there? But that's why they tell you all the time, don't just get what you need, get a little bit more, and take the decision out of the hands of the officials.
Oh, there he needed a yard. He got a yard and maybe an inch. Williams, and he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, if this defense has any hopes of getting back into this game, they've got to start right here and keep these guys out of the end zone. That's a good step 1 on that play.
Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal.
Easy.
Pirine is into the end zone for a Bronco touchdown. And they would not be denied on the ground, powering it in just one play after they got stopped short.
And how about how many tight ends are on the field? Because in today's NFL, we think of the tight end more as a pass catcher. But this group, they tell them you've got to be able to run block to stay on this team. And they committed to it and got it done right there.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This one taken just inside the 10. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.